Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, my fellow, what side is he on? He's here. My fellow co-host of my channel is here with me, the one and only Max. He's in every single video. Every time I try and film, I try and give him some food so that he will just, be quiet and do his own thing. But oh no, Mr. Max has to jump into every video. But that's fine. We'll just let him roam around and do his own thing. So anyway, thank you for joining me in today's video. It's going to be a little bit different to my normal fashion, beauty, etc. I just wanted to give you 3 tips on how to have a productive second part of the year, because it's July and I cannot believe how fast the year has gone already. It's incredible. And I think we say this every year, don't we? We're like, where is the time gone? Where is the time gone? And what have we done with that time? I'm guilty of that, of kind of maybe starting the year a little bit slowly and then trying to rush to finish the year a lot stronger. So I'm going to be sharing 3 tips with you in a second on how to finish the year strong. Before I do that, please do subscribe to the channel, click the links. Please do subscribe to the channel. I've got 2 videos a week coming your way and I would love for you to join the family. Enough rambling. Max has decided to move sides. But let's get into the video. Okay, tip number 1. And these tips are not going to be rocket science. You've probably heard them a million times before, but are you actually doing them? And tip number 1 is setting goals. And it's not a matter of just setting goals, it's actually setting goals with a deadline. Because if you're anything like me, I am rubbish unless I have a deadline. Honestly, I set goals after goals, year after year. There's stuff that I've been wanting to do for years, but I've just not done it for whatever reason, always making excuses. But as soon as I have a deadline on that goal, oh yeah, things start to change. And it's like, oh my goodness, I need to get this done, because it's either somebody else is waiting for it, or, maybe you've put some money down on something. And it has to be done. And throughout the next few weeks, I'm going to be sharing with you a few of the goals that I have set. And one of the reasons I want to do that is because I just want to put it out there and just maybe, let you know what I'm doing. And also it will help for you to maybe prompt me to say, well, hang on a second, Natalie, you set that goal and you set it by so and so, and what is actually happening. And so I feel like we all need that, because I feel like we're all trying to do certain things, we're all trying to achieve, we're all trying to move forward in life, but no man is an island, and it's so difficult to do things by yourself. So I want to encourage you and say, of course, it doesn't mean that you're definitely going to complete the goal. You've still got a lot of work to do between setting the goal and the deadline, but it just makes it a bit more solid if you actually set the goal. So you actually write it down, have it in black and white, write it down, and set a deadline to it also, because that is what's going to drive you towards doing that goal. So first of all, set the goal, write it down, and set the deadline. Following on from tip number 1, tip number 2 is accountability. Again, I am this person who has all these ideas, wants to do all these things, wants to change the world, save the world, but I really do struggle with actually completing tasks. So if you're anything like me, I'm kind of like a right brain person, where I have all this creativity, I have all these ideas, and I'm a brilliant starter. I can start everything and I can start anything, but I can't finish. I'm a little bit poor at finishing. Now, it's not to say that I don't finish anything, because obviously I do, but I am definitely more motivated as a starter. And so I find that I need somebody to be answerable to help me to complete tasks. So if you can find an accountability person, so basically somebody who can basically say, you know what, why haven't you done that? Where is that? You said you were going to do so and so by so and so, and where is it? That's what you need. It doesn't matter what it is that you're trying to do in life. I think everybody needs somebody that they report to. Or you might be great. You might be the person that can start and finish so many different things without any kind of problem. You say you're going to do something and you're just on it and you do it, and that is fabulous. I hate people like you because I am so not like that. So I definitely do need someone to be accountable to, just to kind of give me a bit of a kind of, you know, a slap on the backside and say, hang on a second, you said you were going to do that a week ago and you haven't done it, so where is it? And just kind of help motivate me to get stuff finished. So tip number 2 is find yourself an accountability partner. And then finally, tip number 3 is measure. Measure what it is that you're doing, because that's another area where I fall really short in that I do so many things, but I don't actually measure them. So I don't actually measure to see, are they actually working? You know, that post that I put up on Instagram, how many people liked it? How many people shared it? How many comments did I get? You know, did anybody really interact with it? And why is it that some posts do better than others? Or why is it some videos do better than others? So that's just an example for me personally, just because of what I'm doing with my YouTube channel and everything else. But, you know, it obviously relate it to what it is that you want to do. So it goes back to your goal. So tip number 1 about your goal and the deadline. Measure what it is that you're doing and check to see if it's actually working, because we can tend to kind of run off and do these things, and before you know it, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, it's July already and half the year has already gone. And if we just taken a moment to actually take a pause, take a breather, actually look back and see, oh, that actually worked or that didn't work, and if I just made a few tweaks and a few changes, then I could have been in a much better position. Because what I've learned is that it's in the small things, it's in the small tweaks, it's in the small changes that make the biggest difference. So sometimes it's not about having to completely change everything and completely start over again. It's just by changing a word of something, or changing a few numbers here, or just by making a few little tweaks, that you'll get the biggest impact. So tip number 3 is measure. Measure what it is that you're doing to see if it's actually working. So that's it for today's video. I hope that it has helped you, and I just wanted to share with you some of the things that have been helping me, because they're all things that I've been struggling with myself. There's so many things that I'm trying to achieve and so many things that I want to do, that these 3 tips have actually really helped me to, you know, move these projects forward. Please leave in the comments below what's the goal that you want to achieve by the end of the year. And if you're brave enough, leave the deadline also. So if it is the end of the year, fine. If it's within 2 months, fine. I would love to know, because we're all part of a family. We're all here to support each other, and I'll be cheering you on. So if you're brave enough, leave a comment below and let me know what your goal is and when you want to achieve it by. I know that's a little bit different to my normal fashion and beauty style of videos, but I hope that you have enjoyed it. I hope it has been helpful to you, and I shall see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.